Hey, welcome to another edition of Rockin' Comics. I'm Zach.
I'm Amy.
And today on Rockin' Comics, she may or may not have pink eye.
Possibly gonna kill somebody?
Opening up with threats of violence, I found, is a really good way to make it happen.
Stay tuned.
Anyway, we're going to go over some quick comic reviews from some stuff I'm reading, some stuff that you read.
Something I read.
And then we're going to talk about C2E2, which is happening on the 18th, 19th, and 20th this month. So, coming up soon,
Next
depending on when
week.
this starts.
4 days, 5 days?
Something like that.
6 days.
Coming up, it's in Chicago. It's the Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo. So we'll talk about that coming up. But first, comics. You want to start with what you did?
Okay, I read Sigil?
So I say sigil, but I don't know if I'm right.
Sigil? I don't know.
S-I-G-I-L. The cover should be appearing right about now. I like that. That was a
sound effect.
Nicely done.
Yeah, it was kind of awesome. So I thought it needed
It was
an awesome
good.
little.
So tell me about Sigil. I haven't read it yet. CrossGen Comics was a company started by artists and authors a while back, about 10 years ago, I want to say. And then they kind of went bankrupt. But apparently now Marvel has at least the Sigil title and the CrossGen logo. So I haven't read it, but I was kind of looking forward to it. So
I read it. I liked it. The one thing that was kind of weird is you can tell that there's so much backstory to it that you just don't know anything. But they keep like dabbing things in here, and you're like, I should know what's going on, but I don't. And it's gonna be one of those that once you've got the whole thing and you read it back through, you're gonna be like, I know exactly what's going on. I get it. It was a little scatterbrained story-wise for me because of that.
okay.
But really liked the art. It reminded me of the Gen 13 stuff.
Oh
that's
yeah.
been done.
Yeah.
Which is like some of my favorite comic art ever.
Okay.
I really liked it. You know what? I'm going to say if you are a fan of something that's a little different, because it's not, I mean, you can tell that there's superpowers involved here.
Okay.
But it's not going to be it's not going to be Superman. You know it's not going to be Superman.
Would you consider it like a hero book, like a superhero book, or like a fantasy book, or like a cross? Like sci-fi?
I'm going to say it's probably a cross. From what I can gather,
Mm-hmm.
it seems like it's going to be something kind of in the middle there, because she's got this birthmark is what she calls it. It's obviously some kind of a... That's where she gets her powers from.
It's a sigil.
It's the sigil. That's where her powers come from. It's on this thing right here, and it lights up and glows, and crazy stuff happens.
Glowing's always good in my book.
Yeah.
So we got to pick it up on that.
I'm going to say pick it up.
Fair enough. Up next, I guess I didn't make it clear, one of my favorite things is superhero group books. Love group books. And one of my favorites, of course, is the Avengers. And luckily for me, there's like 5 different Avengers titles.
What?
This one is New Avengers. Which number is it? I don't even know. Number 10, New Avengers. Only it's called New Avengers 1959. Oh, do you want to do the sound effect? Nicely done. Okay. So one of the things I like about this, Brian Michael Bendis is the author, and I'm a fan of his. He's kind of revamped the whole Marvel Universe, especially the Avengers. For one thing, on this team, by the way, if you don't know New Avengers, you've got Luke Cage, The Thing, and Iron Fist, and Doctor Strange, and Mockingbird all on one team. I'm a fan of that whole thing. And Spider-Man's in there as well. So you gotta like that. This is kind of a cool book because it flashes back and forth to 1959 with Nick Fury assembling a new Avengers team. And he gets like Killraven and Sabretooth there, only they're the old school 1950s version, so that's kind of whacked out. And then it flashes forward to the modern group, and it goes back and forth. And the cool thing that I liked about it is they used different authors for each time period. So you could definitely tell the stylized art was more of that campy kind of 50s style, but still real cool. And then the more stylized modern art for today's story. So as art, I say yes, pick it up. Story-wise, a little bizarre because I don't know what they're doing with this 1950s story. I'm not sure what the deal is. I'm sure we'll find out, but I say pick it up anyway. So, New Avengers, big thumbs up in my book. Next up, Batman and Robin, number 21. Sound
my God. Wachoo!
We gotta work on our cues.
We really do.
Work on our cues.
I'm sitting here going, I love Batman and Robin. I'm so excited.
Why is he pointing to me? I don't know. Yes. Right now, Batman and Robin, this storyline, Peter J. Tomasi is a writer. Patrick Gleason is the artist. I like Pat's work. I really do. I don't know. Can I call him Pat?
I think you just did.
Apparently I can. I like his art. It's really good. The story, it's different. I don't know where they're going with this one either, so I say go ahead and pick it up. They're titling this issue White Knight versus Dark Knight, and there's this guy apparently made out of light. I I don't know. And he's killing relatives of prisoners who were in Arkham Asylum. Yeah. So there's that going on. So I say, it's Batman and Robin, for Pete's sake. Pick it up.
Seriously.
How can you not? Now my last book, I think this is a niche book. It's a BPRD. That's where Hellboy got his start. It's the Bureau of Paranormal Research and Development. Come on in.
It's okay. You just walk in.
I guess I should have told him.
Batman and Robin. That's where we were. Now we're here.
No, now we're here.
We were here. Did I do?
No.
I didn't.
No, we need the big.
We need a.
Wait.
Wonk!
That had some oomph to it. I like that. BPRD is the Bureau of Paranormal Research and Development. That's where Hellboy got his start, in case you're familiar with it. This is, I think, Hell on Earth, Gods. The sub-series is Gods. And I'm a big fan of Mike Mignola. I think he's the creator of Hellboy and BPRD. The art in these books has always been a little different. But it's very Mike Mignola-esque. But it's not for everybody. But story-wise, in my opinion, you really can't beat BPRD because they deal with everything. You've got, like, people with superpowers, you've got myths and legends and vampires and werewolves and giant monsters that eat stuff, and just, you've got a fish guy, for Pete's sake. Abe Sapien is the main character in this one, plus you have the ectoplasm dude in the containment suit, the ghost guy, whose name is escaping me right now. However, I say, if you're up to try, stretching, if you're just a superhero guy and you're up to stretching your comic world a little bit, it's hard to go wrong with BPRD or Hellboy or anything Mignola does. So I'm definitely saying pick this up. You might want to wait till the trade comes out because this is number 3 of the series. So, and the cool thing is they number them in, if it's like Hell on Earth, it'll be 1, 2, 3, and then they'll go on to the next set of stories. So it's kind of sequential, but not. So it's easy to pick up at the beginning of a story arc. So I definitely say pick it up. So after our bizarre interruption, that's our reviews for today. Yeah, it's awesome. So now we're going to talk about C2E2, the Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo, and Amy has some cool stuff. I don't know if I'm going to get to go to the stuff that you're going to talk about,
Probably
so that's
not.
why you're going to handle dealing with that. So
I'm going to tell you about the stuff that I don't get to go to, because I got something else going on that weekend, so I can't go. But if I were going to go, the first thing I would go see
is
the Quidditch. The Quidditch. This is awesome.
She's so not kidding. It's so awesome.
The International Quidditch Association they're going to have a Q&A. I think the Q&A is Saturday. But kind of all weekend long, they're doing like run-throughs of real Quidditch. It is Quidditch. Something about the people or the snitch. So I guess the snitch is actually an individual that kind of runs around. You get attacked.
Wow.
So I don't know. I'm so excited. I wish that I could play Quidditch.
So I might have to get some film of that just so Amy can see what it's like.
Because seriously, if I was going to go up there, I would be like Hufflepuff head to toe and be like, yeah! Yeah. That's how I would be.
I don't imagine anyone dressed in Hufflepuff going, yeah! Ever. But that's me.
I am the most badass Hufflepuff that ever there was.
Okay.
So there you go.
Now you know. I know, you're sitting at home going,
I'm throwing down with Cedric Diggory.
I know you're sitting there thinking, Amy, probably Hufflepuff, but with that attitude, Slytherin? No, Hufflepuff, badass.
Slitherpuff?
Hufflin?
The other cool thing, which is sort of on the same vein, Windy City Jedi are doing little run-throughs of their... I don't know that it's like strictly choreographed, but they have lightsaber battles. Who does not want to go watch a lightsaber battle?
I want to go.
See, look.
I want to go.
You should go. I think that they're doing that a couple times this weekend. I would go watch people swing lightsabers at each other. I'm just saying. Just saying. There's a few drawing panels. Some guys from Marvel, and I think there were some guys from DC were having their own panels where I'm guessing they're going to draw on like a tablet, and it's going to be projected onto a screen, so you get to basically watch them draw.
Nice.
And I will tell you guys, if you are interested in drawing and you want to do superhero stuff, you should go check it out, because if you watch somebody draw, you learn so much about their shorthand and how they process everything just from watching somebody else draw. Like cool. more than you could figure out just by studying the final result on the page. So that's what I would go to if I could go.
After the Quidditch.
After the Quidditch.
After the saber battles.
And the Jedi. I would be like, hold on, I went to the Quidditch. This is kind of important.
Now there's a ton of stuff. It's 3 days of awesome comic stuff, and of course there's a big hall where you can buy and see stuff. There's a ton of people up there that you can get autographs from. What I'm interested in, I'm going to try to sit in on the Marvel panel where they're looking ahead at what's happening. Fear Itself won't be out yet. That's their new big crossover, so I'm hoping that we'll get some more insight into Fear Itself and what's happening. I'm going to go to the DC panel and see if what they have next around the bend. That's going to probably, there's something brewing with DC. I think it's still Flash related, possibly Green Lantern still, so I need to find out a little bit more. But also, I'm also going to get into a couple media panels with the people from a couple TV shows. The TV show Chuck. They're going to have some folks up there. I'm going to sit down and say hey to those guys. Also, the show Vampire Diaries, which my daughter loves, and she's kind of mad I'm going because she doesn't get to. So, and there's tons of stuff going on. Like I said, there's Elisha Dushku, I think is her name. I can never pronounce her name. She's awesome. I can't wait. I'm going to loiter around the side where she's signing autographs and be a creepy guy with the camera going, hi, I didn't pay to get your autograph, sorry. So that'll be me. Plus, there's a bunch of other folks up there from comics, and there's, of course, tons of industry folks will be there. Bendis and a bunch of guys from Marvel, Jeff Johns and a bunch of guys from DC. And I do want to kind of hit the Dark Horse stuff. The Dark Horse who publishes BPRD and a bunch of other really cool titles. They do the Star Wars titles. And so I want to sit in there because hopefully I can get some new info on the new Star Wars title coming. So hopefully we'll be able to answer a lot more questions. I mean, a ton of stuff going on. Definitely, if you have the time, at least go up for one day. Go up for Saturday and check out C2E2. It's at McCormick Center in Chicago. It's going to be a really fun time. It's only the second year, so it's just a growing event, and it's just going to get better. So get in on the ground floor and go. It's going to be a really fun time. I think that's it for me today.
I think that's it for me.
Awesome. As long as she doesn't have pink eye or the boss didn't walk in.
Quidditch.
Quidditch.
Can we play Quidditch with the boss?
Yes.
I think that's what we're about to go do.
We're going to find our boss and play Quidditch.
Play Quidditch.
Maybe lightsaber battle.
Possibly battles.
I think that'd be awesome. But that's it for me. I'm done now. Till next time. Whatever. I'm Zach.
I'm Amy.
Or I'm someone else. Doesn't even matter.
We don't really know.
That's it for Rockin' Comics. We'll see you next time. Bye now.
Bye.